You were told to go to school, get good grades, land a job, and someday, maybe, you'd be set. But nobody taught you how to manage money. Nobody explained interest, taxes, or how to build wealth without burning out. They handed you a paycheck and said, "Good luck." And now, you're playing a game where the rich know the rules, and the rest of us are guessing. It's not your fault. But after this video, it will be your responsibility. Welcome to the channel, where we break down the money strategies that actually work and expose the ones that were designed to keep you broke. Today's video is titled, Financial Literacy Secrets They Never Taught You. And if you've ever thought, why didn't anyone teach me this? You're exactly who this video is for. This isn't about theory. It's not about being a financial wizard or reading the Wall Street Journal every morning. It's about real-world tools, mindset shifts, and systems pulled straight from the book Your Money, The Missing Manual by J.D. Roth. A book that, ironically, is everything school forgot to teach you. Over the next few minutes, you're going to learn why budgeting isn't about cutting back. It's about taking control. You'll discover the truth about debt and how it's designed to trap you. You'll understand the power of paying yourself first and why compound interest is either your best friend or your worst enemy. And most importantly, how to finally get off the hamster wheel and build a system for freedom. These are the financial literacy secrets they never taught you, but you're about to learn them now. So subscribe to the channel and let's dive in. Let's start with the first one, and it might just flip everything you thought you knew about money. Budgeting. When you hear the word budget, what's the first feeling that hits you? Guilt, restriction, boredom? You're not alone. Most people think budgeting is about sacrifice, cutting out lattes, saying no to life, becoming the human version of a spreadsheet. But here's the real financial literacy secret they never taught you. Budgeting is freedom. In the book Your Money, J.D. Roth makes it clear, a budget isn't about saying no, it's about choosing your yes. He puts it simply, a budget is just a plan for how you'll spend your money. That's it. Not a punishment, not a prison, just a plan. And here's where the shift happens. When you don't have a plan for your money gets spent for you. Marketing does it. Your habits do it. Your emotions do it. But when you choose where your money goes, every dollar has a job, and that job is to serve you. Think of a budget like a map. It doesn't stop you from traveling. It helps you get where you actually want to go. Still think budgeting is boring? Ask someone drowning in credit card debt if not budgeting has been exciting. This is why Roth says budgeting is about awareness. You don't need to micromanage every penny. You just need to know where your money is going and why. The moment you stop fearing the budget is the moment you start using it as a tool for power. Let's move on to the second secret they never explained in school: how debt became a trap and who profits when you stay stuck. Debt isn't just a burden, it's a business model. And the ones cashing in, banks, lenders, and credit card companies, the system wasn't designed to support you, it was built to profit from your stress. In Your Money Missing Manual, the author puts it bluntly, debt is a tool, but most people don't use it. They get used by it. From the moment you turn 18, the offers start rolling in. Credit cards with shiny rewards, student loans wrapped in false promises, car loans with 0% interest, for now. You're told debt is normal, even necessary. But here's the truth no classroom ever mentioned. Debt delays freedom. Every dollar you owe is a dollar already spent, your future mortgaged before it even arrives. Of course, putting that $4,000 vacation on a credit card with 22% interest sounds reasonable, if you enjoy paying for it 3 times over. But jokes aside, this is serious. Debt robs your options. It chains your paycheck. It keeps you working for your past instead of building your future. And unless you face it head-on, it quietly runs your life. So how do you break the cycle? Awareness is the first step. Then comes the plan. Roth recommends the debt snowball method. Tackle your smallest debts first to build momentum. It's simple, psychological, and effective. Because once you understand how debt traps you, you stop being prey. You start playing offense. Moving forward, let's talk about the golden rule of financial literacy. The one habit the wealthy never skip, but most people ignore completely. If there's one rule that separates the wealthy from the worn out, it's this: pay yourself first. Sounds simple, right? But how many people actually do it? In the book The Missing Manual, Roth emphasizes this as the foundation of wealth building. He writes, "The first bill you pay each month should be to yourself, not rent, not Netflix. You." What does that mean? It means before you pay the world, you set aside money for your future. It can be $10, $100, $1,000. The amount matters less than the habit. The point is that you are your top priority, not your landlord, not Starbucks, not Amazon. Let's use a simple analogy. If you owned a golden goose, would you feed everyone else first and leave your goose starving? Of course not. You'd protect the thing that lays the golden eggs. You are the goose. And yet most people pay 15 different bills before they ever invest in themselves. Then they say, "There's nothing left to save." That's not a money problem. It's a priority problem. Here's the kicker. When you pay yourself first, everything else adjusts. You become resourceful. You spend with intention. You stop leaking wealth. And over time, you train your brain to believe something most people never do. I am worth investing in. At that point, saving stops being an obligation and starts becoming an identity. And that's the moment wealth shifts from being a dream to being your new default. Let's switch gears and uncover the financial force so powerful it's been called the eighth wonder of the world. Because once you understand how it works, it can either quietly build your wealth or silently destroy it. Albert Einstein is often credited with calling compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. Whether or not he actually said it, the truth behind the statement remains. Those who understand compound interest earn it, and those who don't, pay it. The author lays out the double-edged nature of this financial force. It's either the quiet engine behind your wealth or the invisible weight dragging your finances down. So what is compound interest, really? At its core, it's the process where your money earns interest, and then that interest earns interest. Over time, this creates exponential growth. It's not linear. It's not flashy, but it's unstoppable if you let it work. Here's a mental experiment. Would you rather receive $1 million today or a penny that doubles every day for 30 days? Most people take the million, but the penny? It grows to over $5.3 million by the end of the month. That's the power of compound interest. But here's the catch. It works both ways. When you save and invest, compounding builds your future. But when you carry high-interest debt, compounding crushes it. Credit card companies charge interest on your balance, and then interest on that interest. It's like a financial avalanche you didn't see coming. Roth emphasizes that compound interest is silent and slow until it isn't. The growth feels small at first, which is why people give up too early. But if you stay consistent, the curve bends. And one day, the results are so big they feel unfair. And yet, we don't teach this in school. We memorize formulas for triangles, but graduate clueless about how our student loans will balloon over 10 or 20 years. That has to change. You don't need to be a math genius. You just need to start. The sooner you begin investing, even if it's just a small amount, the more time your money has to multiply. Don't wait for perfection. Don't wait for a windfall. Just get in the game and let the eighth wonder work for you. By the way, if you're enjoying the video so far and want more topics like this, comment the word "more" so I know. All right, let's move forward and talk about the myth that derails more people than any other. The idea that more income will fix everything. Because the truth is, it won't. But building a better system? That absolutely will. Most people think financial freedom is this mystical number, some giant sum you magically hit after grinding for 40 years. But that's not how it works. In the book, Your Money, The Missing Manual, the author reframes the idea completely. He explains that financial independence isn't about how much money you have. It's about how much control you've created. It's not about millions in the bank. It's about having your money work harder than you do. The real formula? It's surprisingly simple. Financial freedom, income, expenses. X, time X investment growth. That's it. Increase your income, reduce your expenses, and invest the difference. Then give it time. You don't need to live like a monk or land a six-figure salary. What you need is margin and the discipline to put that margin to work. Here's a quick example. If you earn $4,000 a month and spend $3,900, you're on a treadmill. You'll work forever. But if you manage to spend only $2,500 and consistently invest the remaining $1,500, now you're building momentum. Even modest investments, when paired with time and consistency, can snowball into freedom. And here's the uncommon insight. Early retirement isn't a fantasy. It's a formula. Thousands of people are achieving financial independence in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. Not because they won the lottery, but because they stopped playing by broken rules. They didn't just budget, they optimized. They didn't just save, they invested in freedom. Let's be clear, working until 65 isn't a dream, it's a default. And defaults only work if you never question them. But now you know the formula, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. Here's a story to bring this all to life. There was a man named Leo who worked at the same insurance company for 42 years. Every morning, like clockwork, he'd take the 7:10 train, sit at the same desk, eat the same sandwich, and wait for retirement. He followed every rule, never took big risks, stayed loyal to the job, and counted down the years until he could finally live. On his 65th birthday, they gave him a gold watch and a polite round of applause. 2 months later, Leo suffered a stroke. He had time now, but no strength, no energy, no plan for how to actually enjoy it. See, Leo didn't fail because he was lazy. He failed because no one ever told him to question the script. He thought working until 65 was the dream, but it was just the default, and defaults are dangerous because they look normal until it's too late. Leo never asked what freedom really meant to him. And by the time he did, the game was already over. Let's move on to the actual formula for financial independence. Yes, it exists, and why it's more achievable than you've been led to believe. Here's the final financial literacy secret they never taught you, and maybe the most important of all. Your money life doesn't begin with more money. It begins the moment you take control. That means no more blaming the system, no more waiting for the right time, no more hoping someone else will step in and fix your financial future, because as Roth says in the book Your Money, The Missing Manual, nobody cares more about your money than you do, and nobody's coming to rescue you. It might sound harsh at first, but it's actually empowering, because once you realize you're in charge, the entire game changes. You stop saying, "I can't," and start asking, "How can I?" You stop waiting, and you start designing. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have it all figured out. But you do need to begin right here, right now, with what you have. Maybe it's $20 towards savings. Maybe it's calling the credit card company and negotiating your rate. Maybe it's finally setting up auto investing, even if it's just $5 a week. These aren't small steps. They're power moves. Because the moment you act, no matter how tiny, it rewires your brain. It tells you, I'm someone who takes control. And that belief? That's what builds financial momentum. Let's recap. You've just learned 7 powerful financial literacy secrets they never taught you. That budgeting isn't about restriction, it's about direction. That debt is a system designed to profit from your delay. That paying yourself first is a rule, not a suggestion. That compound interest is your quiet ally or your silent enemy. That income without a system is chaos. That freedom is a formula, not a fantasy, and that everything changes the moment you take ownership. Now you have a choice: go back to default or move forward by design. And if you found value today, I highly recommend watching my next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Also, feel free to leave your comment below. I appreciate your support. Until next time, stay consistent, stay patient, and stay winning. See you in the next one, Money Magician.